Hello, 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 ladies and gents. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How we all doing today? We're gonna keep it very simple today. We're playing some Dead or Alive, and we're playing on the PS4 today, or I guess PS5, the PS4 version, whatever. I wanted to see, after all this PC gaming, you know, let's see who's still hanging out on the PS4. How the PS4 kids are doing. I was just, you know, today, honestly, I've been kind of busy, so I haven't really been looking around on social media. And like just now, before starting, I saw Evo Japan stuff, which I completely forgot was this weekend. Which also means, let me quickly search it, the away thing. When is that? I know they're doing it. Did I not save the tweet? What? Wasn't it tomorrow? I think it was tomorrow. Yesu Cup competition. Event starting. Oh, it automatically does the time conversion. Saturday, May 10th at 7 a.m. Oy, oy, oy. I hope there's a VOD, because, I mean, look, I love Dead or Alive. I love me a good tournament. I am not getting up at like 6 a.m. to be ready to watch this at 7 a.m. in the weekend. That is not happening, boys. That is not happening. Can we see how many entrants or participants? How many? Because it's max 64. I bet there's not 64. It's 35 people. It's actually still respectable. Wait, what the fuck? Belgium? There's a Belgian player? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I think I have someone I need to support. Aisu. Who is this? Nationality Belgium. They have an anime profile picture. Gaming device you use. Xbox controller with Brooks adapter. Ugh, should we really support them? I don't know. Xbox controller? I mean, what the hell? Oh, I mean, I couldn't. If, you know, I prefer something like an arcade stick if I'm using controller. I don't like the Xbox D-pad. I don't know what it is. Anything that's like a full circle and not like 4 separate buttons, or like at least, I guess with a PlayStation they technically aren't separate buttons, but front facing, what I'm feeling with my thumb is 4 separate buttons. That's what I need. That's what I like for fighting games. And specifically my favorite one is the PS3. Still have a controller lying around. Ooh. This dusty, alright. Dusty ass controller. Oh my god, it is really dusty. I haven't used it in a bit, so you know. But yeah, what I mean is, see, the D-pad are like separate buttons, which I like. But what I also like about the PS3 ones is it's the edges. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but like the edges are kind of rounded, you know? So like sliding your thumb over it which, you know, half circle motions, that kind of stuff, feels really good on the PS3 pad. Whereas, like, let's say a PS5 pad, I mean, it's hard to see. It looks the same, right? It looks also rounded, and it kind of is. It's way sharper. You feel much more resistance, which I don't like, but I do want the tactile difference between each direction. Because like the Xbox controllers that have like the full circle type thing, I don't know, I never feel like I'm in control of, you know, like I need that separation, you know? I like it. Boom. Boom, boom. I've also been looking, I've been looking at like those leverless controllers, you know, hitbox type things. What was that one called again? X. Why is Google useless? Wait, actually, it's on the Discord. Hold on. I can find it. I can do it. Here it is. Oh, it's a tweet. Maybe it's like a new product that's not out yet. That makes a lot of sense. So, one that I'm considering. Let me see if I can pop that up on screen. Professional streamer right here. Here we go. This one has caught my attention because, you know, this brand, Haute 42, I don't know if it's Haute, like in French. Haute 42. They make like different ones. They make like normal leverless ones. And I've also kind of like been on the edge because they're not expensive, but they're not cheap. Like the one that I would want is like 70 euros, right? Plus like a little dongle to make it work on PS5 because there's something weird going on. But let's say you're like 80, let's say maximum 100 euros. Like, arcade sticks are obviously more expensive these days, but that's also not cheap for a controller, which I don't know if I'm gonna like, you know? And sure, I know a lot of people are like, well, do you have a keyboard? Just try out keyboard. I still feel like that's not the same, you know? Like, sure, the feeling of the buttons, like doing the motions might be similar, but, you know, these are arcade stick style buttons. But that's why I was interested in this one, because, I mean, if you can switch, let's say I don't like the leverless movement stuff, I can still switch to this, and I still have at least a functional product with an actual use case, as in, this would be one that I can use if I go over to other people and play fighting games instead of at home. So I have less shit to carry around. But this one is pretty neat. Now, of course, it's modular. You have like all these modular things here. I'm always a little iffy on modular, you know. It means more shit that can break easily. And I guess you can... Oh, it's kind of neat. It is kind of neat. Once I can find them, I kind of want to get one. But hey, man, Evo Japan, it kind of snuck up on me. I knew it was coming. I knew Evo Japan was happening, but it still kind of snuck up Snuck. It got me. Huh? Huh? I never found that one useful. I don't know why you would ever do that. Like, I guess if you want... Like, I guess if people are, for whatever reason, holding the second kick in some situations. Which I always... Like, I feel like, in general, you're gonna do one. Unless it's, like, in a combo. So doing the follow-up kick, either this one or this one, is already like kind of rare in neutral or like in a block situation. To then have a thing like, oh, but you can switch it up with a mid punch in case a mid kick hold. You know, like, huh? Someday DOA 7 will happen. Still gonna have competitions with Tekken and Street Fighter whenever it comes back. I mean, I'm sure that's the thing. I cannot imagine there never ever being a DOA 7. There's gonna be one at some point in some form. Is it soon? Probably not. That's the thing, you know, all the time these companies are digging up old franchises to reinvent. You know, Dead or Alive could very well be one of them, but it might be very old by then, who knows. Or maybe they're already working on one and it's coming out next year. Who the fuck knows? Though I would very strongly suggest not going with DOA 7. I would go with some kind of soft reboot. Just call it Dead or Alive again. Start from the beginning. I think 7, you know, especially after 6. I guess it depends, you know. Tekken did it. You know, after Tag 2, they still went with 7. It still worked out. So maybe it will work out. Who knows? Who knows? I do think if it's like, if they're taking the angle of like, hey, we want to focus on the fighting game, we want to focus on the tournament side of it, the FGC side of it, right, that kind of stuff, it would probably help them to rebrand and then start with, you know, start with a new title instead of with 7. Dead or Alive 2026. because it would indicate a clear cut from the past, you know, symbolically. At the same time, you know, if you have to believe people online these days, even though, like, I don't, but if you have to believe people online these days, DOA should be immensely popular in its current form, right? Because apparently all that developers need to do is put hot girls in their games and they're gonna sell like hotcakes. Appears to be the argument, so you know, what's happening? Where's everyone? Alive or dead? Well, mostly dead it seems. They've never tried that before. I feel like the previous times where they're like, we're gonna be a fighting game. They do. They lasted a week. They gave up so fast. Oh my lord. The whole I'm a fighter thing. How long did that shit last? How long? With DOA 5, you know, how long until they were pumping out bikini DLC? So fast, you know. They started out good. They had like, you know, they had like the pre-order bikinis, sure, but then they had like some variety of DLC even for male characters, and at some point they're like, you know what, fuck it, here's towels, here's fucking mummies, you know, like they gave up. So, you know, I feel like if they do it, commit with a title change, I feel like that would help. But actually, like, stick to it. Don't be a little bitch. Actually do it. Don't cave immediately. So the reality is, I don't really feel like they need to change that much. I think it's less of, you know, I think the quote-unquote sexy stuff existing is less of an issue, and I guess it's, you know, I honestly, I don't know how to solve this, because I personally see nothing wrong with the game, you know, in the sense that I like it as a fighting game. I don't know what else they could do without losing their identity, you know? It still has to be DOA, and if like people decide that it's like easy or not interesting or whatever, you know, what can you do? You can change your entire game, but then like you're not even dead or alive anymore. I guess what they have to do is just a marketing battle. Just make a really solid entry, you know, like good content, you know, interesting, you know, like enough carrot on the stick to go after in terms of ranking, unlocking costumes, do like, just if they make a solid ass game, sick graphics, cool stages, you know, like really just be unapologetically DOA, you know, 11 out of 10 shit. That's probably the only way. Just be an undeniable game, you know, no matter how much people bitch about it. Just have the existence of the game speak for itself. It just needs to be that good. That's really all you can do. And get big content creators to actually play it, you know, not just boot it up for a day, mock it a little bit and then leave, you know. Oh, and do Twitch drops. That always works. They could easily make a really popular game if they made a good tutorial. A fighting game out there really teaches the mechanics in an engaging way. I don't know if I agree entirely. You know, pretty much every popular fighting game has almost no tutorial, so I mean, it probably helps, you know, it probably helps to get people in, but even still, I don't know. I almost feel like that's a red herring. Like, it sounds obvious, you know, like, oh yeah, of course you need to teach people the game properly to get them to play, but I think it's almost the reverse. I think there needs to be something about your game that gets people invested enough that they're willing to go to a tutorial. I think the tutorial needs to be there, obviously, but people need a reason to get there. I think that's more important. You know, traditionally, shit like characters have done it. Cool graphics, you know, that's a typical one. Look at Tekken 8. Got a lot of people on graphics alone. Tutorial needs to be sneaked into a good story or casual mode. I do agree with that. I think the tutorial should not necessarily be go to the options, click on tutorial, someone being like, all right, press forward to walk forward, like that kind of shit. Leave it. No, you know, it needs to, yeah, it needs to be in a casual mode, and it should almost teach you on accident, you know, like they should finish the story mode and you know, oops, I just learned, you know, the basics of the game. And I also feel, and it's kind of crazy, no fighting game is like really properly done this. Some got close, but, and we talked about this before, some sort of combo training that the player base can update. You know, I think Guilty Gear came pretty close. They had like you can create like combo challenges and then share them, and then there's like a list where people can vote and stuff. The end goal, what I would want, is that there is a mode where, let's say, oh, I want to learn Kasumi. You go into that mode, and at the top there's like almost like in a separate tab, and again, the details on how to get that and stuff, that's the difficult part to figure out. But the end goal would be, you open it up, you obviously have like random challenges people made. That needs to be there. That's fun, you know, some weird ass challenges people can cook up. That's great. But there should be a tab of like basic combos, BMBs, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And it just has, made by the community. I guess we'll have to figure out some way to pin it or vote it up, or I don't know, so that there's always an up-to-date list on the basic combos of a character. And I know getting good with a character is not just combos, but for a lot of people it is. Like, I think a lot of people, when they first start out, or specifically start out with a new character, one of the first things you're gonna do is see what combos you can do. That's most people, that's one of the first steps. You'll figure out your plus flames later, you know, unless you're like a sweaty professional. You know, the first half hour of checking out a character, you're obviously gonna do some combos, right? So if that was easy, accessible, and up to date, and this is why I'm going for the user created thing. Technically, if, like, let's say you as a company are like super engaged and like super whatever, technically you can, you know, when the community figures out new stuff and finds out new you know, like bread and butter combos. You could go in and update the combo list and whatever manually. But at some point, you're not gonna do that anymore. Or maybe the game's not popular enough or whatever the fuck, right? So if you can find a way, and that's the hard part, if you can find a way to get it, you know, like community sourced, that would be that. I think that would be such a fucking killer feature. You know, just being able to go in, ooh, I want to learn, let's see what Kasumi's all about. And then like, just have a little list, boom. This is what the community says are your basic combos. This is the consensus, right? And it would be up to date because whenever shit changes or whenever new tech is found, the community can update it. Again, that part of it, the community can update voting system, but then you can get trolls, verified accounts in some way, you know, like but what if that account then doesn't care anymore? Like that's a tricky part of it. Hey, we have a competitor. It only took how long? Half an hour? But I think tutorial practice mode wise, I think that would be a killer feature. DOA crossplay? Unfortunately, no. DOA 6 kind of came out like right before things like rollback became really prominent and crossplay as well. Sheesh!
Get ready. Fight! Get ready. Fight!
Wow! Get you. Man, I'm not getting out, huh? Woo!
私は倒せない。
Boom. Boom, boom. Tried out DOA 1 today and Bayman's grab legit took 80% of my health. Whole games are brutal. Yeah, dude, and Raidu, oh my lord. DOA 1 is kind of whack. It's fun, but it's definitely not like a... I wouldn't want to play that competitively, let's put it that way.
Get ready. Fight!
Oh! He's too fat. Wow! Lucky.
Get ready. Fight!
Oh, he has the tech for that. That was disgusting. That was honestly disgusting. Get you, get you. I think I'm too afraid of the tank roll. I'm just too afraid of it. Like I'm so often just waiting for him to do it, which is not what you want to do. I think I need to be a little more aggressive, a little more proactive, or maybe not aggressive, but just be sure to take my turn. I think that's important. Can't let him get away with too much. I think tank roll is mostly gonna be like an unsafe panic move, you know, like a parry. Ooh. Jesus. That's so fucked up. He can do that. And you can't do anything, because if you don't do anything, he'll grab you off the ground. If you get up, it's his turn again. No way I was in the air. Dude, he's just spamming it now. What the fuck? Is he listening in? What the fuck? You lucky son of a bitch!
Get ready. Fight!
Is he just trying to use the low hold to get out of stuff? Is that a parry he does? I feel like he's catching me so much with that. There's no shot he predicted the sidestep attack as a kick. There's no shot he predicted that. It must be some kind of parry. I don't know anything about Baymax. I don't know if he has a parry, but I can imagine he's a hold heavy type character, so... Shobu. Wow, that beat my move. Wow, he blocked that. I feel like it's honestly rare that people... Another grab. Dude, he's grabbing so much. No hold? Man, spicy. Spicy. Oh, God. Wow. Oh my God, you lucky son of a bitch. Of course that hits like this. Oh, unbelievable. See, now I need to pull like the real move and be like, well, I've been playing on PC, you know, with all that input delay on PS4. No wonder I'm losing. No wonder. Showtime. Why did tank roll miss there? That was weird.
Get ready. Fight.
That's a parry. He has a parry, of course he has. That explains a lot though. And, you know, to be fair, I should be using my parry with Kasumi a lot more. You know? It's so easy. Hey, yo. The comeback, it's happening. Oh, what the fuck? That was so stupid. Oh my lord, tank rolls buff. Honestly, anything that's like second sidestep in this game is really good.
Get ready. Fight.
Okay. And there it is. Tank roll. I wonder if we're gonna get any cool announcements out of Evo Japan this year. I really wonder. Maybe some Virtua Fighter news. That would be cool. Some news about the new Virtua Fighter would be sick. I don't think we're gonna hear about Tekken anytime soon. You know, I think right now they're gonna be busy, you know, fixing up their game. Or at the very least, fix it up enough that the community stops being negative. I think that's probably their goal. I keep forgetting how fucking insane Honokai is.
Get ready. Fight!
See, that's so bullshit. He rolls, goes for the low grab, but the opponent is already getting up. But then it's his turn. That's crazy. I guess he goes usually for an offensive hold, which he's anticipating you're gonna push a button. So actually, you should throw there. Oh yeah, he did just do normal moves. So I guess that's part of the mix. Is he gonna push a button or is he gonna offensive hold? Because I'm assuming if you jab, it's probably your turn. I'm not sure, but I'm assuming. Which is why he tends to do offensive hold. Oppa! And those delayed fucking... That is so crazy. That means you've been playing that character a minute. You can time those moves out like that? Whew. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, 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 wow, 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 wow. This game has good music though. You gotta give it that. It's got good music. Oh, it pushed the button though. What the fuck is happening? He's pushing it so late and I'm like so on the money. Okay, my hold also didn't work. What is happening?
Get ready. Fight!
I was mashing to get up. Okay, we're getting weird and wacky with it. Oh, that came out so weirdly late.
Get ready. Fight!
I was literally holding block. He's just mashing. What the fuck? Oh my god. He's like, you know what? I don't care that I'm like crazy negative. Just gonna push buttons. I'm just gonna push buttons. I mean, it worked, so I can't complain, but that's a fucking wild thing to do. I should have kept it so much simpler. I was too deep in the mind games. I was like, well, he's not gonna do this and this and this, so I better throw. It's like, no, it should have just gone for the most basic ass mid punch, stun him, get it over with. Keep it simple. Showboo. See, keep it super simple. He's not even doing anything good. He's just doing basic ass string. It's working. Ooh, unlucky.
Get ready. Fight!
Okay. Ooh, good hold.
Get ready. Fight!
Ah, what a risky move to do there as Tina. Okay.
Get ready. Fight!
Damn, if Frank Kasumi player better than me? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Those kind of players in fighting games, especially online and ranked. I mean, sure. I mean, I guess they can get away with a lot with that connection as well. Still. It's gonna be an interesting match. Lisa, Honoka. A lot of weird movement stuff between those two. It's always might lead to weird situations.
Fight!
If Tekken gets Clive, a character nobody cares about, instead of Tifa, no way DOA was ever getting her. I think Tifa at this point is off limits. You know? I think Tekken 8, specifically this first season we've just had last year, I think is about as popular as a fighting game is gonna be to be able to pull that off. You know, maybe Street Fighter. I think Street Fighter actually is more popular now. Like if you look at the entries, but I mean that's tournament, that might be a little bit of a skewed thing, but the entrance of Street Fighter dwarfed Tekken 8. And sure, we're on the heels of season 2 of Tekken 8, so maybe people aren't really feeling the competitive drive, but Street Fighter 6 also didn't get fucking Tifa, so I mean, nobody's getting her. She's off limits. But that's the thing also, I think Harada mentioned this as well. Guest characters, most of the time, is gonna be some sort of, you know, like, one for you, one for me, you know? You know, scratch each other's backs. Why would they include Tifa in a fighting game now? Like, if it was, like, you know, before, you know, part 3 of Final Fantasy Remake, give more of a chance, but at the same time, I don't think Final Fantasy VII needs extra attention and advertisement. I think they're doing just fine. Because that's always, you know, you always have to remember guest characters at the end of the, you know, the end of the line is about advertising each other's product in some way, right? That's in the end what it's about. And sometimes I don't get it, like when they added Negan from The Walking Dead in Tekken 7, long past when The Walking Dead was popular. Maybe that's exactly why, you know? Maybe they're like, look, our numbers are tanking. We need to do something wild, fast. Let's put Negan in Tekken. That makes a lot of sense. Another ninja? Damn, he's dumb. He doesn't even know it's just a costume. Uh-oh. We got an AFKer.
Get ready. Fight!
Ooh, just letting it rip? Is that how it works? Virtua Fighter is getting a news event soon. They might capitalize on Tekken's trouble. Probably not directly, but, you know, obviously they won't mind that people are, like, looking around. Though, at the same time, and I think a lot of people mention this, it's not because Tekken is bad right now that people are massively gonna jump ship. They're just not gonna play anything. Now, most people, when you're deep into Tekken or deep into any fighting game, and they patch it so that it sucks, you're not looking for another game, you're looking for a good version of the thing you like. You know, you could say the same about DOA, right? Oh, don't like DOA 6? Think there's not enough people playing? Just play Tekken. Just play Virtua Fighter. But you don't, because you just want to play DOA. That's really what you want.
Get ready.
Ooh! The low.
Get ready. Fight.
I hate tank roll. I really hate it. It's the easiest panic move in the world. You can't parry that? I didn't know that. Of course it hits the wall. I thought you could parry that at least. Maybe you can't. Ooh.
Get ready.
I can't believe that keeps hitting. Oh, it has a kick version as well. I forgot about that. I was so ready to catch his stupid ass throws. Ay, ay, ay. But hey, we're getting closer. We're figuring him out. You know? Still tough because I don't really know that much about Bayman and a lot of his setups and tricks. I'm very curious about the new Virtua Fighter though. I am curious. Because I did see someone post a picture from Evo Japan that there was like some kind of, I guess, stand or whatever. Because like Evo is like half, you know, like convention anyway these days. And Virtua Fighter had a stand specifically with the artwork of like the new one. So, you know, it's gonna be interesting to see if there's any news.
Get ready. Fight.
Man, he has a good stun routes. He really knows which moves to do. I'm really bad at that, you know. I feel like I get way too predictable. If I really try to like draw out a stun as long as possible, I get way too predictable. I also find it difficult with Kasumi in general. She has no good mid-kick options for stuns. They're all kind of ass, which does limit you. Winner! Hey, you know what? I can take a small break. It is about the time to do that anyway. Might as well. Yes. All right. Give me 5-ish minutes. Yeah, 5-ish minutes. I promise I won't go to sleep. And yeah, I'll be right back. Break time.
Get ready. Fight! Winner!
その程度か。出直してこい。
リズムに乗りましょう。
Get ready. Fight! Get ready. Fight!
Poof, I'm back. I'm back. Here I am. Man, you know what kinda sucks? I mean, it's fun, but it also sucks. So today I got a new phone. Man, transferring everything to a new phone is kinda ass, you know? Like, part of the process is really simple, right? Boot up the new phone, make sure the old one is still on, like if it's not broken, right? You can just plug in two USB cables. It does like the whole transferring you know, you get all the apps, all the bullshit, you know, your images, whatever the fuck, right? But then the hard part starts, you know? Every app you need to log in again. Okay, that's an annoyance, but sure, right? Sure. Even though I feel like, you know, transferring, what the fuck is it not just take that out as well. Whatever. But then for me, the most annoying shit was like all my banking stuff. Like I had like multiple apps, you know, I have like one from my bank itself to, you know, check your balance, you know, to all pay for stuff. And there's like another app that's very popular here to do like, you know, like I guess like payments by scanning a QR code and stuff. And there's like another app to like, you know, log in with your ID for like government stuff. It's like a whole, it's a pain in the ass to reinstall those because it's not just logging in. It's like, okay, you want to do the thing, okay, grab your bank card and like into a card reader and do the little hidden code thing and then do it like I must have done it like over 10 times today, just logging into like a couple of banking apps and stuff. I haven't used that stupid little card reader in years, and now I've used it like 10 times in one day. I can see why this guy is winning. There's definitely some input lag. See? That would absolutely have hit. No shot. That's luck.
Get ready. Fight!
What's up, Rio?
Get ready. Fight!
There we go. Not much I'm doing good. That is good to hear. Looking forward to a weekend of Evo Japan. Evo, the Japans. Man, I need to open up my arcade stick. My up, if I press up, it often double triggers. I hope this Switch isn't broken because I don't feel like replacing it, but you know, maybe I can just clean in between it or something. Hopefully that'll help. Or maybe it's like a bad cable.
Get ready. Fight!
That did not do much more damage. How is that not a mid kick? I didn't mid kick hold for that one. Bonk.
Get ready.
Ooh, tracking move, good shit.
Get ready. Fight!
Playing Paul. He's playing Paul, just dead fisting all around. Which works in that stage. Does heaps of damage with the wall. Bam, bam, bam. Li Fang. Li Fang. That'll never get old. Li Fang. Who? Who?
すぐに終わらせる。
この勝負いただき
Fight!
Those are actually already in Evo Japan day 1 today? Or does it all start tomorrow? All I know is about the DOA stuff. I literally haven't looked at anything in terms of the big games.
Get ready! Fight!
Man, Bayman's kicking everyone's ass. Or is this the comeback? This might be the comeback. Who knows?
Ready? Fight!
Sheesh. Jeez. Bayman's like, parry didn't work, tank roll didn't work. Just trying all the panic moves. And like, they are panic moves, but it's also selling them a bit short, I guess. Because it's like, oh, I'm in a situation, and it's like, you know, let's say like it's a 1 in 3 chance, you know? Like it's a mix-up 1 in 3. 1 in 3 chance to get it right. However, if you do tank roll, there's 2 in 3 chance you get it right. Because it's that cheap. Why the fuck would you not do it? Winner. Yo, how sick would it be if Shimbori, who now works for the Tekken team, what if he goes to like Evo Japan still wearing like the Bayman outfit? How funny would that be? So I don't know how much, I guess, allegiance he has with DOA. I mean, he's been there for a while, so it's definitely a part of his life. But maybe he likes Tekken more, who knows?
Get ready! Fight!
Bonk. Ooh, good hold. Clutch, because that would have killed. Ooh. There it is. The Bateman did like the jumping punch thing, so a low wake-up kick would have been avoided. But they chose correct. Made the wake up. This has to be like an insane match. Because like, Ayane is weird enough as it is. But with this guy's connection and then playing Bayman, slow as fuck, that has to be a challenge. He's making it work though. Maybe their connection is good to each other. Who knows?
Get ready. Fight!
無駄よ。
Honestly, if they would just make like a UA collection and just put a rollback netcode in it, that already would be such a fucking insane thing. And at this point, given how old UA 6 is getting, I guess a 1 to 6 collection wouldn't even be weird. You know? Even if they do a collection and only 5 and 6 have like online, even that, like with rollback, that already that would be so sick.
Showtime!
俺の首が欲しいのか。
How did that hit? Ooh, he's lucky. He's lucky. If he got up just a smidge sooner. Dude, I hate tank roll. Oh my god, he's still faster? That is so stupid. Tank roll is way too safe. What the fuck? I didn't input that. He's just spamming that shit. Alright, 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 alright. I wasn't warmed up with Tina yet. I haven't played her at all today. I wasn't warmed up yet. The Bayman player is definitely getting away with a lot of shit that is just like trickery, you know? It's like things that look really powerful, but it's trickery, you know? It's like setups with solutions, but I don't know the setups. That's the issue. It's all trickery for now. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. On the DOA 7 now. They use Unreal Engine 5. It will be gorgeous. Be sure. It will also look the same as Tekken. I guess, I mean, you can make shit look different in Unreal Engine. I think most devs just don't bother. You know? And it makes sense. One of the strengths of using something like Unreal Engine is that like a lot of shit, the rendering, the lighting pipeline, like all that stuff is like, it's made, it's done, you don't have to bother. You know, you can tweak it, but it's all there. But that also has the unfortunate side effect that if you don't tweak it enough, it all kind of looks the same because they're literally using the same techniques.
Get ready. Fight! Get ready. Fight!
楽にしてやる。
Jesus.
Get ready. Fight!
The right back at you. I do love how that's a universal thing when like both of them haven't done a sidestep in a while. One of them does it and it almost reminds the other one that it exists. It's like, you know what, I'll do that as well. I got one of those too. I do wonder though, I have no clue. Because again, I'm convinced there is gonna be a next DOA. I just can't say, you know, is it gonna be next year? Is it, you know, is DOA abandoned? And is it gonna return in like a decade from now? When they, you know, they need to bust out an old franchise, you know, to capture nostalgia. I don't know when it's gonna be, but I cannot imagine what it's gonna look like. Because DOA is in a weird position right now, right? Like 6 didn't do well. It's been abandoned for a hot minute now. So if you were to make a new one, it would either have to be like a very... Here's the thing where I'm getting at. They're probably not going to put a lot of money in the next DOA. So either it's like a rush thing that's gonna suck, but they probably don't want to do that because you know that's not gonna do well, so you know, why bother? You know, you could also, I guess, really scale it back, make like a very, you know, let's just say bare bones game, you know, Like just not a lot of modes, not a lot of costumes, just keep it minimal. But again, why bother? Because people are gonna trash it. And I guess the only other option is actually put money into it, risking that, you know, even if you make the most, you know, content rich, interesting DOA, you know, content planned for like at least 2 years, all that good shit, chances are people are gonna be like, well, 6 sucked, so, you know, fuck you, won't bother. Also titties. Like, you know, that's also part of it. So how much incentive do they have to really take their time to make a proper game? That's the biggest issue. At the same time, if they pull it off, that's if they decide to do it. Yup. I feel like they need a reason to do it, but you know, what would the reason be? Last one didn't do well, not exactly the most popular franchise in the world. Probably would cost a lot of money to just getting it back out there. That's why I can really only see it coming back like way later as like a nostalgia thing, when it's like long gone and forgotten. Oh, this is the laggy guy. No wonder my character won't do anything. I was like, why is she moving? Why isn't she moving when I push a button? I don't get it. It's the laggy guy. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, that was fucking sick.
Get ready.
The input lag is so ass, dude. Fucking laggy bitch. I can't push any buttons. I have to plan every move a million years ahead. This fucker also never holds. Fucking laggy bitch. Impossible to push any button. I'm like standing in front of him, mashing jab, and my character just nothing's happening. That is crazy. That's supposed to be a wired connection? Get the fuck out of here. I bet that's a wire plugged into like an access point that's Wi-Fi. or 5G. Who knows? Who knows? It's definitely rough. Yeah, future of DOA, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I just hope they don't wait too long. Like, you know, I feel like we're at the point where like getting one like next year, for example, I think would work. If it's not next year, then honestly it's probably not in the next decade. Like if they haven't been working on one now, it's over. And that's the thing, you never know. The new Ninja Gaiden stuff came out of fucking nowhere, right? So it's not impossible, you know? And it's not like, you know, people were clamoring for a new Ninja Gaiden. You know, that's also kind of a risk they're taking, but at the same time, you know, I think Ninja Gaiden has like more potential in terms of sales. And I forgot they even went for like the double whammy. And they're like, Ninja Gaiden 4 is coming. Also, here's Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Like, out of nowhere. Dream scenario would literally be the same for DOA. Being like, hey, guess what? You know? Like this summer game fest or whatever. They're like, guess what? DOA 7 coming like early 2026, you know? Like, you know, almost a year from now, it's coming. But also, you know, DOA collection out now. Or like, I don't know, DOA 2 Black, whatever the fuck, right? Unreal Engine 5, DOA 5. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. I mean, yes, I feel like that's a bit of a different beast, but it definitely adds to like the idea of their, you know, want to make sure Ninja Gaiden is on people's mind. But the 2D game, I think, is more of a, you know, that's like a deep cut. And like most people who want Ninja Gaiden 4 probably don't really give a shit about Ragebound, is my guess. I just want a fighting game that makes me feel whatever DOA is making me feel. Because I'm gonna be honest, and maybe I'm just in general burned out of fighting games. Just nothing's hitting, you know. I've been playing Tekken a little bit, it's not hitting, and also Season 2 is kind of whack, you know. Even as like a not high level player, there's definitely some characters where, you know, people know they're insanely busted right now and they're abusing it to the max. Like yesterday I was playing a bit, trying to learn Anna. I feel like, first of all, Anna's combos kind of difficult. Like they're kind of timing heavy, you know, a lot of micro dashes that are kind of difficult to pull off in my opinion. So, you know, that's already fun. But then I encounter like a Lars player that's just like, he might as well just be playing a different game. I don't even know what was happening. He's like flashing. It's like I'm literally fighting against an anime character. He's flying around the map, you know, lows that auto combo and shit. It's like, what? You don't even know what's going on, and then the match's over. To be honest, Team Ninja would need to hire a 3D fighting game director. And I really doubt they'll be able to do it. Able, it might be the wrong word. Like, you know, they can, if they want to, they can. But do they want to, you know, is it part of their plans? That's usually the issue, right? The plans are like, hey, can we earn money? That's always what it comes down to. I'm quickly gonna blow my nose. Gonna empty the nose.
Get back in there. Bingo. Get ready. Fight.
Poof. Alright. All comes down to budget and what KD would let them have. Yeah, but I mean that all comes down to how much do they expect to profit off it, right? In the end, it is DOA. Like it's never gonna be a success like Tekken. I don't know what would need to happen for that, but you know, I think they could make the best DOA 7 possible, and it still wouldn't be fucking Tekken 8, you know. But there has to, I mean, you kind of do have to face, people are still playing. Yes, it's not super active. There's still people around. I mean, something about DOA is, you know, is grabbing people's attention over time. Ooh. Oh, he can just parry.
Get ready. Fight. No breaks for you.
That kills? Unbelievable. That's stupid.
Get ready.
He's untroubled. Shining Wizard should be an offensive hold.
Get back in there.
Why did she not? Oh, she did the wrong throw.
Get ready. Fight.
じだったわよ。
For a long time, Tekken went on to other platforms from Game Boy Advance to Nintendo DS and PC. A lot of people are gonna know it. Nah, I disagree. I don't think Tekken being on the Game Boy and stuff made it popular. I think just Tekken in general has always been popular, you know? Like Tekken 3 was huge. DOA never had a Tekken 3. Dude, he's just pushing. He knows he's a laggy bitch and he's just pushing buttons. He's just pushing buttons. He knows he can get away with it. That's the issue. He knows he can just get away with it.
Get ready. Fight! Get ready. Get ready. Fight!
Not that DOA wasn't on the DS. Yeah, that's true. DOA was there. I'm just saying more people know Tekken than DOA because Tekken's on more consoles. I disagree. It was because Tekken was Tekken 3. Tekken 3 was a phenomenon. Like I don't think you need to forget. Like Tekken 3 was more than, you know, like a popular fighting game. It was like one of the most popular games on PS1. Like it was huge. Everyone played it. A lot of people never played Tekken after Tekken 3, but Tekken 3 was humongous on its own. And a lot of that carried over to the next games, of course. And Tekken Tag 1 is a launch game for the PS2. That also worked really well.
Get ready. Fight! No breaks for you. I'm sandbagging. Get ready. Fight! Not over yet. Keep going. Winner.
ほらほらもっと遊びましょう
Yeah, Tekken Tag 2 was on the Wii U. That was on the Wii U, not the Switch. But that's easy of a mistake to make, right? Because, you know, one of the most popular Wii U games is considered a Switch game, being Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild came out on the Wii U. Yet everyone says it's a Switch game.
俺の首が欲しいのか。
お手柔らかにね
そうや。
I was about to say he's getting lucky with his holds, but it's a parry. Tank roll wins again.
Get ready.
Oh, good choice, good choice, good choice, good choice. Good choice.
そのせいで出直してこい。
I think most people consider Mario Kart 8 a Switch game, and that was just legit just a port and not a cross-gen release. I think a lot of the Wii U games, no matter how good they were, was that, you know, I'm assuming, I don't even know, But there's probably like a bunch of Wii U games that were like legitimately good games. I think a lot of those got ported to the
リズム
Switch,
に乗りましょう
you know, and kind of, you know,
すぐに終わらせる
that's when people discovered them, if you will. And that's why they were associated with the Switch. I also feel like, and this might just be me, I feel like there's not a lot of talk about the Switch 2. Like they kind of announced, you know, that it's coming, they announced some games, the price, all that stuff. And then it just, there's just nobody talking about it.
お待ちよ
You know, like maybe it's because it's the Switch 2. Like with the first Switch, I feel like the hype was really there. Like people were very excited for that. And I'm sure Switch 2 is gonna sell really well, you know? I'm not saying people don't want it. And you know, actually, probably the price and like especially in the US with all the tariffs and stuff, that probably puts a damper on a lot of the fun. Or like the whole game cartridge situation. You're like, here's a SD card with nothing on it. It's just a fucking license key. Like, video games are actually going the way of like authentication dongles. Like literally. You know, you're gonna pick your game on the PS6, and if you didn't buy it digitally, you have to like plug in the flash drive. It's like, alright, you have the license to play it. That's gonna be in the physical box. I'm calling it. The next generation of consoles are gonna be 100% digital. Like, I feel like this generation started off and it was like, okay, there's a digital and a disc version. And you could still be like, okay, there's still, you know, like they want to support backwards compatibility. Of course, there's going to be a disc drive, yada, yada, yada. But as time has gone on, like Xbox also made it clear, you know, oh, here's the all digital Xbox Series X. And then like the refresh of the base PS5, there's only a digital version, but you can buy the disc drive separately. Same with the Pro, and it's like, well, that's one step in the grave for discs. They already made it an optional purchase. The last time we had to buy an optional disc drive was for the Xbox and the HD DVDs. And if you're thinking, what the fuck are you talking about? What is that? Then that's my point. There's a reason that was an optional disc drive. Because it was going away. I'm pretty sure PS6, Xbox Series Y, whatever they want to call it, you know, that's gonna be digital only, and it's gonna suck. You know, like as much I understand there's a lot of people out there who love digital only, you know, who maybe haven't encountered any like difficulties with the digital realm. But the more as time goes on, you know, we're starting to see the first examples of like, oh, you've bought this movie digitally through Amazon and now they just delete the movie because, oh, we lost the license. Your purchase just evaporates, you know? That might happen, you know, if Sony's like, well, you know, this PlayStation thing, fuck it, you know? Actually, fuck it, we're done with gaming. It's just gone, you know? We're gonna delete all the accounts. Poof, no games. When eShop shuts down for the Switch, all our digital copies are fucked. Yup. And I feel like the biggest issue right now, and that's obviously on purpose by all of these companies, is that digital products are not considered products, right? It's a license to use it through our store or whatever, you know? If, you know, like I would feel a lot more comfortable if, you know, if the next consoles are digital only, but you could buy the games elsewhere, you know? If like the PlayStation Store was not the only place, and there was like some sort of, you can buy PlayStation games on Steam, for example. Just buy it there and then you can still play it on your PlayStation. But that would mean there would need to be some sort of standard for all these digital things, and that's never gonna happen. That is never gonna happen, you know? With physical media, they kind of had to get a standard because I mean, you have to do it somehow. It's a physical material thing. You have to make one singular thing, you know? And they tried, you know, again, HD DVD versus Blu-ray, Betamax versus VHS. Like, it happened, but eventually one becomes like the standard. And that has never happened for digital. And that's why we're in the shit right now. Like, how sick would it be if you can sell your digital game? Right? Like, why the fuck can you not just sell your license?
Get ready. Fight.
I mean, I know why. Like, all these companies couldn't be happier, you know, with the current situation. But I feel like in the long run, it's detrimental. Already happened with Sony. They got rid of the Discovery TV shows. Oh, that has happened multiple times now. And I think the Sony thing got backtracked, you know, that was like for Mythbusters and stuff. But it happened on Amazon movies that got deleted. It happened on, you name it. There's so many music stuff that got deleted. That has all happened. All those things have happened. And the first time it's a big sting, but then it keeps happening and just, you know, it becomes a normal thing. To be honest, Steam and Good Old Games are the only companies I trust for digital licenses to stay. I mean, sure, and maybe for Steam it's hard to imagine right now, but let's say Good Old Game. What if they go bankrupt? Then what? You know? Sure, you can very quickly download all the games you've ever bought on GOG and make a local backup, but you know, like, is that really, you know, like, that is so stupid. Okay. Tell that to my crew copy on Steam. Oh, that's fine. That's true. They just deleted that shit. Yeah, that happens. They do that. They can just delete and they're like, oh, you never owned the game. You just bought a license.
Get ready. Fight.
Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ooh-ha! No! fucking way, you bitch! Fucking tank spam roll, bitch. Ha!
Get ready. Fight!
I can't get the timing right. He's fucking sharp on that timing too. Ow. Ah! I hate that he's just using it as a parry as well. He's like, let me do something. Oh, he got blocked, tank roll. See, again, they're always fucking tank roll as a panic button. That was fucked. The ceiling fucked me over. The ceiling fucked me over.
出直してこい。
I did that. It's like a hold, right? It's like an advanced hold. And I was like, my brain snapped into the default combo. Unfortunately, the default combo is with a high launcher. But the ceiling puts him in fucking sit down position. Fuck! If I should have gone for the normal ass combo, but that combo doesn't work in the open air, so you kind of I need to lab this game, all right? I need to dedicate my life to the super active game DOA 6, and I would have not been in that position. I mean, I put the blame on Ubisoft personally, but I get your point. Steam could have decided not to remove it, I guess. Like if it's abandonware. But I guess they don't want to piss off Ubisoft. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, like, yes, Steam and Good Old Games, up until now, have been pretty consumer friendly, because they kind of don't need to really, you know, squeeze for money, because they're making plenty of money. But, you know, they're not fucking saints, alright? Like, if Steam has to, they will absolutely delete games, you know? Same with Good Old Games. Like, if push comes to shove, they will absolutely just get rid of it. You know, in the end, they are corporations. They're not your friend. You know, and it's more like, you know, the idea of, you know, the system is so shitty. We need to rely on one or two companies that hopefully will be our best friends forever. You know, whereas they could have made this from the start to be a proper system that is platform agnostic. You know, like the games you buy on Steam are usable in other launchers, in other, like they could have made some sort of standard, some sort of thing like a physical media, you know. And gaming from the start was already fucked with consoles, if you think about it. Like if I buy a CD, any CD player can play that music. If I buy a vinyl, any vinyl player can play that vinyl. Only a PlayStation can play my PlayStation copy of the game. That's already like, huh. But we got really used to it. And then digital is another step, you know. It's kind of fucked. It is kind of fucked. That's up, Bryce. Tank roll in a game where sidesteps are OP. Yup. Every character with a bonus sidestep in this game is really good. Tank roll is good. Christie sidestep is good. I would even say Rachel's fucking twirl is super good. It's definitely one of the weaker ones, but it's still a fucking sidestep with an attack. Let's spam it. Let's see if that works. Let's just spam it, shall we? I played DOA 4 so much the CD became unreadable. I think Teenage should give me my money back. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the downsides of physical media, of course. You know, that's an unfortunate reality of it. That's also unblockable.
Get ready. Fight!
Twirl is pretty fucking good.
Get ready. Fight!
Oh, I did the wrong one. Whoops. It's half circle forward for her launching throw. Bum, bum, bum. Stage picking, yikes. Yikes. I wish one of the lobby options would be mandatory random. Right? Write that down, Team Ninja. I know you're listening. Write that down. You know, also private slots on top of normal slots, so I can have a lobby, but have a couple of slots for chatters. Okay.
Get ready. Fight!
Oh, it's the lagging guy. I was like, what the fuck is happening with my controller? It's the lagging guy again. Fuck this, dude. You can't push any buttons. Nothing works.
Get ready.
You just have to commit like a million years in advance.
Get ready. Fight!
Sheesh.
Get ready. Fight!
That killed? No shot, dude. Oh, laggy bitch. I also love how people who lag like that, like they induce massive input delay. They also play in a way like they obviously know. They push buttons at the weirdest times because they know they're just mashing jab and whatever. It's gonna be first. You can't react to that. It's just gonna be first. When they pick the practice stage, yeah, that's rough. You know, it's not meant for actual combat, especially in DOA. Like if you're like, you know, if you're playing Street Fighter or whatever, like it technically makes no difference. Even though that's maybe even worse, because if it makes no difference, might as well look at something cool, but whatever. But in DOA, I feel like such a part of the game is using the stage, you know? Is positioning.
すぐに終わらせる
Why would you take that away with training? It's like, hey, how about I just delete half of the movesets as well while we're at it? Just get rid of half of the movesets. You know? Like, look at this guy go. He just pushes. At every moment he can. Just boom, boom, boom. Hey, what's up, Retro? How you doing? KOA 6 stages are also ass. And they're not all ass. Do you know what the worst part is? It's because you're used to the good shit. Compared to so many other fighting games, DOA 6 stages blow them out of the water. But because, you know, earlier games... And, okay, let's be fair. If you look at the older games, there's some stingers there as well. Right, let's not pretend like DOA 6 is like the sole offender in terms of having shitty stages. But the highs in other games are definitely higher than in 6. You know? I feel like overall, stages were better. Or maybe just better feeling, you know, vibes and stuff.
Get ready. Fight!
Everything I see this stage, I forget there's snow on the ground. Yeah, it's crazy it's supposed to be snow. This is like the worst snow effect I've ever seen in my life.
とっとと帰んな。
Before DOA 6, the opinion was that DOA 5 stages sucked. DOA 5 stages are not bad. Yeah, wouldn't you know, current game -1 was better. It's the, the ancient scrolls of fighting games have predicted this formula, and it holds true forever. Current game -1 is the best. It's always better before. People are saying it about Street Fighter 5 now. Can you believe that? It's like, man, remember Street Fighter 5? It's like, are you kidding me, dude?
ここに来たからには
Can you imagine if there's a DOA 7 and then there's gonna be fuckers like, man, I miss DOA 6. Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. But it's gonna happen. Every fighting game does this. Every new fighting game, there's a chunk of people who maybe the previous one was their first one, or the one where they first got competitive, or whatever, and they have the best memories of it. But they're gonna be like, hey, DOA 6 actually was pretty fucking good. The music in 5 was bad. I disagree. There's way worse games out there. Dude, listen to like most of the Tekken 7 soundtrack. Tekken 7 has like a couple of good ones, and the rest are stinkers. Before that, people were the opinion that DOA 4 stages suck. Well, they actually do. I feel like with every DOA game, there's good stages, there's bad stages. And I think, like a lot of people look fondly on like 5 last round, but that's just because of volume. There's plenty of stinkers in that game as well. But because there's so many, and like a lot of the old good ones came back, definitely makes it feel like it's a lot better than it really is. But still, the reality is, the worst DOA stage fucking dwarfs other fighting game stages. Like, at least the 3D ones, right? Like, what else do we have? Like, Tekken is slowly getting better, but still, It's like, oh, a square with either walls or floor break. Or none of those, and it's infinite. That's Tekken, right? Soul Calibur, oh yeah. It's a square or a circle, and there's either a ring out, or there's not a ring out, or half of the map is a ring out. That's it. Virtua Fighter, basically the same thing. Square or circle, maybe ring out, maybe not. That's what you got. DOA stages just don't work in other games, more about the aesthetic. I think the difference is, and this is probably why I like DOA so much, to me, DOA and the way you interact with the stages makes it feel like a proper 3D fighting game. Like, moving around actually has a functional, purpose. Come on, man. Lows. All right.
Get ready. Fight!
Fucking tank roll, dude. There we go. Not this time, bitch.
Get ready. Fight!
Oh, he's too fat. Caught you rolling, bitch. I thought he was gonna tank roll, to be honest. Oh, I thought he was gonna push a button. Woo!
Get ready. Fight!
Oh, whoops.
Get ready. Fight!
How the fuck did he guess that? How the fuck did he guess that? That was even the wrong hold. How would he guess I was gonna go for the wrong hold? That is crazy.
Ready up! It's showtime!
Oh shit. That's been a while. The raid fucking Tina? It's showtime. Yo, Clear Light, thank you very much. Welcome, welcome. Free step feels so good, yo. If only it worked to evade stuff. If only sidestep wasn't bullshit in 6. That's the real issue. Stream image looks overexposed. Weird. Because it's fine on my end. But it also might just be the PlayStation, you know. I'm playing on PlayStation.
俺の首が欲しいのか
It does tend to look different. Because it's not, you know, like on PC, you probably have like the full spectrum where I believe console with the capture card, it like defaults to limited, yada yada yada. A lot of technical bullshit. Must be HDR. Nope, I have no HDR. Nor do I have a HDR monitor. It's most likely limited RGB. The thing is, if it was like a stream setting that's wrong, then on my stream preview, it would look like washed out compared to my game output. But it looks identical to my game output. So what you're seeing is how I'm seeing it. That's how the console is doing it.
とっとと帰んな。
Yo, I completely lost track of time. Holy shit, it's already past 11. Whoa. Whoa. I'll do one more match and then I'll wrap up. I've been thinking about getting a new capture card, because I'm assuming newer capture cards can deal with like full range probably better, you know, but it's an awkward moment right now to buy one, because like, you know, most of them still don't support HDMI 2.1. There are that do, but they're like kind of too expensive for what they are. It's like we're like in this weird in-between thing. Great!
Get ready. Fight!
Man, Mai is really in every game. It's funny to think about it. They really are putting Mai in every fucking game.
Get ready. Fight!
Bayman's sick. Sickening. All right, one more. Uh-oh. Am I up against Mr. Lag again? Oy, oy, oy. Mr. Input Delay. We'll make it work. How do we deal with input delay? I'm gonna say cheeky little Tamaki. Cheeky Tamaki. That's how we're gonna deal with it. Oh, stop. Don't make it hurt. Ah! Again, Team Ninja, if you're listening, lobby option, mandatory random. It's that easy. It is that easy.
あんた迷子か本気出しちゃおっかな
Get ready. Fight!
Okay, if he's gonna do punch and punch, punch and punch, punch and punch.
Get ready.
God damn it.
Fight.
Really making the most of his connection quality there. We can do the same. Fuck!
Get ready. Fight.
Huh? Chop!
Get ready.
Oh, he just let it rip? Good shit. I'll take it. I'll take it. He just let it rip?
Winner.
Just like that? Oh my lord. Alright, we're out of here. Rage quit. Rage quit. I'm so angry. Rage quit. So angry. Angry boy. My Silic's the best in the 086. What, compared to other games? She looks alright in Street Fighter 6, but it's the totally different art style, right? Totally different art style. She does look great in the 086. To be fair. This song ain't Gotta Move On. Gotta Move On, one of the best songs. You are out of your mind. That is by far one of the worst ones. Holy dude. Gotta move on. Like, really? That song is ass. So good they brought it back, dude. It's so cheap they couldn't pay for anything else. They had to go bottom of the barrel. Are you kidding me? It's so trash. Where's the music? Can you browse the music? I guess you can do this. Dude, this game is so full of bangers that it's not Gotta Move On. Dude, even this is a good. Even this is a better song. But these two are sick. This one's sick as well. The DOA 5 music, not the. Oh, okay, hold on. Is the DOA 5 music in here? Which ones are DOA 5? Because this is all old shit. I don't even think I've unlocked all the music, see? Do I even have DOA 5 music unlocked? Yo, you forgot about Showdown. Oh wait, that's the wrong Showdown. I was thinking about the... I was thinking about the DOA 5 song when you go into an online lobby. Oh, I forgot about this song. I love this one. Honestly, you know, as much you can hate on DOA 6 all you want, Tamaki, maybe it was pure skill, maybe it was pure luck. They nailed that shit. Tamaki as a character, they nailed it to bring her over to the fighting game. Can you listen to the DOA 5 music here? Wait, I have the music. I have the soundtrack even. Hold on. But the problem with DOA 5 is there's so many versions and they added a lot of music. Some of my favorite stuff is like remixes of old songs, of course. Where's the DOA 5 soundtrack? The OG one. Let me, Tecmo, DOA 5. Okay, let's shut up the game. Audio's gone, right? All right, let's listen to some DOA 5 music, which is I'm sure there's good music there. So we got Urges. I do think a lot of times it's like, I don't think this is a bad song, but you've heard it so many times. You know? Training music. Dimensions. Is that even on the official soundtrack? No. Graceful sounds. It's really not on here. That's weird. Wait, volume 2. Is it on here? No, because that's just old music. What the fuck? Did they just not? I have like volume 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I don't see dimensions on any of them. Maybe it's because of the Dimension song. You really think this is a good song though? That is crazy. This song is so fucking ass. I hate this one. It's so bad. Hey, here's the thing, dude. To each their own. If you like it, fucking, you know, it's there for a reason, I guess. Got the soundtracks from KH Insider? No. I actually don't know where I have them from. I know the volume 1 I have from the collector's edition of the game. Like I have the physical disc. Volume 3, 2, 3, and 4, I honestly no clue. Might be like a rip from somewhere. Who knows? It probably are the same files though. I'm assuming KH Insider just has the same files as any other file sharing platform. There, polluted air. Yeah, this one's boring. I mean, to be fair, a lot of fighting game music has to fit the stage. And you know, the stage, if it's like, oh, we're on an industrial fucking oil platform. I mean, you know, the song makes sense, but it's not like a, you know, I feel like fighting game music needs to like get you going, you know, in a way. It doesn't need to be like sick beat all the time, but there needs to be something catchy and like putting you in a certain mood. This one's ass, correct? This one's fun. I like this one. It's simple, but it's fun. Yub Neb plays. Oh, this was fun too. I mean, they're not bad songs, but they're also not really memorable. I feel like that is an issue with games in general nowadays. The more soundtracks have become, you know, I guess earlier games had more limitations, especially if you look at like pre-disc games, you know, like anything before PlayStation 1. They had like a lot of MIDI songs, you know, like they were, you know, depending on the sound chip, in the consoles back then, that was how your music was gonna sound. And all they could do was like, you know, make like really catchy, really, you know, unique melodies, because that's all you could do. And I guess, you know, like fighting games are still in a better place, I feel. But a lot of modern games like I don't know, let's say games like Uncharted or like, you know, any other single player big epic game, most of the soundtracks are just movie soundtracks, and a lot of them, you know, make a lot of sense in the game because they're like accompanying pieces to the set pieces and to what's happening. But listening to the soundtracks is the most boring shit in the world. Rapids. This one's a little boring already. It also doesn't start fast enough. That's a crime to me. Fighting game music needs to be... It needs to hook you within the first couple seconds. It doesn't need a 15-second build-up. Also, this is boring. Skyscraper. Yeah, this one's kind of boring too. They don't have catchy melodies. I think that's the biggest issue. Like, all the stuff that's happening is fine, but there needs to be like a top line melody that's like memorable. I think that's what makes a good song. Tiger's Family. The circus music, I mean, that one's obviously sick. But here's the joke. This stupid accordion little melody is memorable. That shit that stays with you. That's the good shit. Light the fuse. Actually, I'm starting to agree with you. I was like, man, DOA 5 has good music. I'm literally remembering the couple songs that I really like. That I like, when I start the stream, I pick songs, right? I go for the same songs because I think they're sick, but when you go through all of them, there's like stinkers. A lot of background music that's like, you know, it's probably fine in the game, but isn't really pumping you up either. Graceful sounds. The way the best song is not even from DOA 5 but Dimensions. But yeah. Yeah, this one's way too much background music. Hello. Woo! Gee, I like this. I'm a sucker for a good guitar though. You know? Actually, when are we gonna get music? I know this is not gonna mean anything to anyone here who doesn't listen to like modern metal. When are we gonna get fighting game music with like chunky 0-1 riffs on the guitar and like breakdowns? Oh my god, fighting game music with breakdowns would go so hard. Oh! Omen. Yeah, again, I'm already asleep. This is taking too long. We're 10 seconds in. Nothing happened. We got a semblance of a beat going on. We're 20 seconds in. Yeah, snooze fest. I don't remember where this comes from. This must be from story mode. Better than some of the songs we've heard. Desperate situation. Sounds serious. It's gonna be an ass song. Isn't it from the circus map? I don't know. I don't think so. It might be from like a cutscene with Brad Wong because it's called Cheerful Buddhist Priest. I don't know. Boring. This is the best song, obviously, right? This is the best song by far, right? I mean, if you like Gotta Move On, this one must be sick. I mean, compared to other songs, I'm gonna have to agree with you. At least it's memorable. Well, I'll give it that. I remember this song. I forgot most of the other ones. Next song, The Story Journey of the Boy and the Drunk. Again, I think this is story mode stuff. Still better than some of the other songs. Let me skip a little bit. Dude, this would go so hard as a stage song. What the fuck? This will go crazy hard. Dude, would you fight to this compared to this? False Fate. Ooh. Interesting start, but get the beat going. It's taking too long. It's taking too long. You missed it. You missed it. Let's skip a little bit. What the fuck? What the fuck? What happened? I skipped 20 seconds. What happened there? Alright, next song, let's get it. We've heard a lot worse. Not really fit like to fight to, but I mean, there's worse, and there's stage music that's worse. The Way is known, DOA 5 main team. I'm gonna skip a little bit because I feel like it's gonna start slow.
Shadow, I kept on stepping up my game.
Dude, skipping in some songs is wild. The soundtrack's so ass. Now tell me Gotta Move On is the worst song in DOA. I will agree it's not the worst song. It's like second worst or something. Because even look, here's the thing. Even these kind of music, like this boring background music, at least it's still just boring, unoffensive. Gotta Move On. You know, I don't know. It just this. And I'm like, ugh, shoot me now. It fits me in a boxing gym. In that sense, it does. But with that logic, all those boring ass musics kind of fit the stage as well. The crazy thing is, fucking DOA 2, man. DOA 2 is fucking wild. Like, even the songs that are ass, right? Okay, so let's start. DOA 2. Right? This is the menu music. Maybe if you hate guitar music, this is a little... But that's a good fucking riff. Next song, B-Boy. You can hate this song, but it has a very iconic fucking... It's an iconic beat. Very memorable. Next song, The Shooter. Fucking one of the best songs. It's so good. But again, what's obvious in all these songs, they have like a top melody line that is omega memorable. Next song, Grand Style. Good beat, melody on top. It's like you really don't have to do much. But it works. It works. Because you have to keep in mind though, it's still background music. It needs to get you going for the match, right? And fit with the style of the stage. So, you know, this works great. Natural high. Banger again. Like, come on, dude. So we've already had more good songs than the entirety of DOA 5 just now. Break the Age. Banger again. This DOA 2 doesn't miss. Oh, this is so good, dude. You're Under My Control, Tina song. I mean, I have a soft spot. I mean, I can understand the intro might be too long and whatever. To me, this still hits. It's so sick. Let's fucking go. Yes or yes. And see, this is like one of my, you know, let's say less favorite songs from 2. It's still a fucking good beat. It's still like something good to fight to. And dude, the next one, Blazed Up Melponema. Oh, this might be the best song of DOA altogether, in my opinion. I love this song. It's so fucking good. I maybe, you know, maybe not, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I think this one is sick. But I mean, we're just going down the soundtrack of DOA 2. You know, even if you're like, that's not the best song ever, there's no misses, you know? There's nothing snooze ever. Ultimate Weapon. This might actually be the most snooze song of the soundtrack so far. And I bet it's gonna pick up and it's still gonna be better. There we go, another melody on top. That's like the true line of all of this. Tehu Tehu. Oh. Dude, this soundtrack is so fucking good. Are you kidding me? Vigaku? Ay, ay, ay. Are you kidding me, dude? Oh. Unbelievable. Next one, Kasumi song. Fucking banger as well. Tengu, to be honest, that's up next. Ooh, again, the melody. Why have they stopped using melodies for fighting game songs? I don't get it. That's what works. This song is so sick. And the intro is probably like not good in terms of fighting game stuff because you kind of generally don't want a long intro. But it fucking works for Tengu. It builds up the dread. It builds up this idea of like, oh fuck. Like if you think about the story mode, when you hit this song, it's like, Oh shit. A fucking chunky guitar. Dun, 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 dun. Jeez, dude. Oh. Dude, this song is so sick. The bass, oh my lord. And then there's like a bunch of songs with like the credits and stuff. I mean, that's not, you know, I mean, it's part of it, but it's not like real music, right? Training mode, I guess. Anyway, what a fucking soundtrack. What a fucking soundtrack. And I guess that's true for most of the old ones. My deception rules over all of creation. Exactly. Even DOA 3 has some of my favorite songs. Again, Tina's song. Like, come on, this is an all-time classic for me. I love it. Menu team? So fucking sick, dude. Remember what we were listening to earlier. That's crazy. Let me pick a random DOA 3 song. I don't even know. I'm not gonna look. I'm just gonna go up and down with my mouse. Click this one. Which one do we have? Warzone. I don't even know this one. Watch it be like the most ass song from DOA 3. I'm gonna be honest, it's Tina's ending. Oh, it's an ending song? That's unfair. Let's just go with the next song then. This song's fucking sick. Man. To be fair, I feel like DOA 6 soundtrack is pretty good. Not as memorable as the old songs. But 6 is still pretty good. Again, I'm a believer in like the power of a good melody. I have a good like, you know, arrangement in general, but like one melody, and very often you see they use like an instrument that is like linked to the stage that instantly puts you in the mood of the stage while having a catchy tune. It's the formula. That's the formula. Prismatic Butterfly. Bit slow, but it's building up. Chrissy team top 3. Which one is that? Is that Monster? Which one is Christie's? Is it Monster? It got there eventually. It took long. I had to skip Monster. Slappy bass. I mean, I get why they're doing this. It's also giving a lot of like Nina's theme song from Tekken 3. Like the bass line going hard. Man, you know what? We can do this all day, but I really have to go. I've overstayed my usual stream time by quite a bit. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, DOA 6 has a side tournament at EVO Japan. So, and it starts, well, for me it starts at 7 a.m. So I'll be sleeping. Hongshu me me me. Hongshu me 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 for me. But if there's a VOD, I'll definitely watch it. So if you want to watch it live, all you have to do is stay awake for the next 8 hours and you can watch it. Wait, what? DOA 6? Yes, there's a side tournament for DOA 6. Let me pull up the tweet. The tweet. Do I still have it here? No, I have the tournament page open actually. From at the start of the stream. That's even better. That's even better. There it is. Start learning Japanese. But yeah, start time. This is converted for my time. Currently, for me, it's like almost midnight. So for me, this is in 7 hours and 15 minutes. And there are 30 something players registered right now. 35 players registered, which I mean it's all right for DOA 6. And not only that, there's a Belgian fucker here. I'm from Belgium, so you know, French Belgium now. So I gotta support Belgian. The Belgians. They were playing with an Xbox controller. What a psycho. I love it. Leave it to the Belgians. Big Dane. That's one name I know. I mean, maybe I know some of the others, but I mean, I can't read it yet. But yeah, I definitely want to watch. If there's a VOD, I'll definitely watch it. So, yeah, I think it's split over 2 days. It's tomorrow and then Sunday. Don't really know Japanese players. Me neither. Like, I know a couple from back in the day, but I don't even know if they still play. And also, at this point, there's so little competition in this game that at this point, I don't care. I just want to see high-level players go at it. And especially like in an offline tournament, that's rare for this game. So I feel like I want to see it at the very least. What else are you gonna watch? Tekken 8 Season 2. I think in Japan there's still some pretty active DOA 6 tournaments. More than here, at least. More than here. Anyway, I'm out of here, boys and girls. Oh my god, these songs, dude. Fuck me. Dude, DOA 5's soundtrack is so ass. Anyway, time for me to go. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed DOA 6. I'll be back next week. We were playing Tomb Raider 3 Remastered, so I'll continue that. But Friday is reserved for DOA always. There might be more if I'm up for it. But at minimum, Friday is DOA. If you want to watch some DOA, if you want to play in some lobbies that might otherwise not be as populated, you know, tune in. There's always going to be people when I'm streaming. Yeah, good shit. Boys and girls, have a good weekend. And we'll see each other next week. Alright? Bye! Also time for everyone's favorite song of DOA 6, which I have completely co-opted at the as an end of the stream song. Everyone loves this song. I don't even know why I'm sticking with this, because it's honestly not a good song. I mean, it does what it does, but at this point, I've been doing it for years to end the stream. It is what it is, boys. We can't stop. It's impossible to change at this point. Alright guys, see ya.